What are the remarkable results of the education cooperations between Vietnam and the US in recent years?
But if you look at the figures, it's quite interesting. If you count just undergraduates, Vietnam is actually the number 4 sending country to the U.S. And if you look at enrollment in American community colleges, nearly 8% of foreign students in American community colleges are from Vietnam, and Vietnam is the number 2 source country of students at our great community colleges. And so, again, these figures point to a very positive trend of Vietnamese students going to the United States and studying. Recently, on the occasion of the President's visit, we announced a 5-year program, a higher education development support project, which is going to, again, working with the Ministry of Education and Training, our U.S. Agency for International Development is going to work with Vietnamese universities on helping to digitize education here in Vietnam, providing more access, I think, to more students through digital and other platforms. And so we're very excited about that. Not to mention, and it's not just the U.S. government, but I mean U.S. Academic institutions are also cooperating very closely with Vietnamese counterparts. Right now, we've got 60 American higher education institutions that work with Vietnamese counterparts, either through sending students back and forth or sending professors back and forth.
What are the current advantages as well as the challenges for the cooperations between Vietnam and the US in the education sector?
Well, I mean, one thing I'd call it more of an opportunity than a challenge, but again, referring back to President Biden's visit here and the upgrade in our relationship, one of the key centerpieces of this visit was our commitment to work with Vietnam on developing semiconductor industry, helping Vietnam to develop a high-tech, innovation-led economy. And so the United States is committed to working with Vietnam on this, to promoting innovation, education, to promoting workforce development, skilling, upskilling, reskilling. And so, meeting these goals, certainly it is a challenge, but not insurmountable, and it's a real opportunity, I think, to develop further our two countries' ties in both high-tech cooperation, but also education cooperation.
Are there any priorities from the U.S. to support Vietnamese students?
About education programs, scholarship programs in the United States, we've got a team here who can help guide young people in their search for resources, because we do sincerely believe that it's important to get Vietnamese students into the United States, and because this is the future of our relationship. The future of U.S.-Vietnam ties are going to be built by the young people who study in the U.S., who develop friendships with Americans, who help Americans to understand more about Vietnam. This is the key, and this is why we put such a strong focus on promoting education between our two countries.